Inserting notes in Musescore. There's a few different ways that you can enter notes. The first thing you'll need to do before you can enter anything is locate this button right here. This is called, it looks like an N first of all. If I can get it to hover, well, it's called the note input button or note entry. So you have to click on it, and it has to look like that before you can enter any notes. And now you'll notice since I clicked on it, I have like a cursor here. This blue box is like my cursor showing me where I can start entering notes. And if I hover over the staff, it gives me a blue note and it shows me where it's going to land if I click. So you can enter notes this way. You can click them in, is what I call them. Click in your notes. And right now I have my note input button on and I have a quarter note selected. I can select different notes. If I click on the half note, it turns into a half note. If I click on a quarter note, it turns into a quarter note. If I click an eighth note, it turns into an eighth note. So just click around. This is how you enter notes, and notice, there we go. This is how you enter notes. In order to enter rests, you're going to select the type of note that is paired with the rest that you want. So if you want a half rest, you're going to click a half note, and you're going to click this rest button over here. And now I can enter a rest of that same kind. If I want a quarter rest, click the quarter note, click the rest button, click it in. Now the other way that you can put notes and rests in is by typing them in. Now you have to have your cursor where you want it to be. If I just type the letter B, okay, well it's not going to do it because my rest is selected. So now I'm just on quarter note. If I type B, it gives me a B. If I type A, it gives me an A. F. Now notice it keeps going down. If I want it to go up, I'll have to use my arrows, my up and down arrows. And notice, I'll turn my volume up here, it will make sound. And you can probably hear that when you use your headphones. So I'm going to use my side to side arrows to move my cursor around. And then you use your up and down arrows to move notes. So I'm going to move over into a new measure, and I'm going to select eighth note, and I'm going to enter some notes using my actual letter keys, C, D, E, F, G, E, F, G. Now if I want to enter some rests after that, I could push 0. Instead of clicking this rest button here, I would select the note that is paired with the rest that I want. So if I want a quarter rest, I'm going to click the quarter note. Right now my cursor is right here. If I want a quarter rest right there, I'm going to push the 0 button, and it turns into a rest. Now if I try to enter another quarter rest here, I can't because there's only an eighth rest left. So I'm going to turn these two eighth rests into one quarter rest. So my quarter note is selected. I'm going to push 0, and there it goes. So I can start typing letters, and I'll get notes. I can start typing zeros, and I'll get rests. Same goes for other note durations. Half note, rests, half rests. Eighth note, 0, eighth rests. Now I can also just click them in, but I have to click the rest button over here. And then I can click them in. Turn off the rest button, and I click, and it gives me notes.